Hi, I'm Jordan Bradshaw, and this is the Jordan Bradshaw.
Hi, I'm Jordan Bradshaw, and this is the Jordan Bradshaw. Today we're here at the WeGet Networking event going on in Houston and or Katy, Texas. I actually don't know what this is right
Somewhere
here.
in that general area.
We're somewhere out there. So today we're here with Emily Cole. Emily Cole, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up? Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
And I am an alternative pop singer, songwriter, producer, person, living, breathing human being. I live about like an hour north of Houston. So,
Okay.
but if I just said Montgomery, Texas, no one would know where that is.
Yeah.
So
I live in Texas and I don't know where Montgomery is.
Exactly.
I would have guessed Alabama, but
no, literally,
yeah.
I have friends that are like, wait, you live in Alabama? I'm like, no, the one in Texas.
Why are you always in Texas if you're from
I
Alabama?
know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. I just travel back and forth, like I just teleport.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
honestly that's what you got to do in today's world.
Period.
Yeah. So you're an alternative pop singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who influences that?
Ooh, okay, so I actually grew up on a lot of country music.
Really?
And my whole entire family listens to country music, like lives and breathes it through and through. And so I listened to Taylor Swift and I was like, oh, maybe I could like write songs like Taylor Swift. And then I started doing that. And then I discovered Hannah Montana. And that's where my evolution started.
Amazing.
I found her, found Selena Gomez, and then I was listening to them all through like middle school. And right now I love, okay, so I discovered Billie Eilish like before she blew up. And just, I forgot that her song Ocean Eyes was her song. And then she came out with a song called Bellyache like a couple years later. And I was like, wait, is this the same person? And so I went and looked, I was like, oh, it is the same person. So I've been a huge fan of hers, definitely one of my biggest influences. Halsey's another influence of mine, and Sabrina Carpenter too. I like to say, I'm like, if Billie Eilish and Sabrina Carpenter had a child, and then Halsey was like the cool cousin who influenced me a whole lot, that would be me.
Nice.
So, if that makes sense,
No,
hopefully.
it makes perfect sense.
Cool.
You know, it's funny you bring up Miley Cyrus of all times right now. I was literally just talking the other day about how I feel like Miley Cyrus has just cemented herself as like a legend and
Yeah.
icon in today's world.
Oh, for sure. She
Yeah.
can do anything.
Yeah, like I feel like when you think about it, you know, there's not a whole lot of like icons. Like we had like Whitney Houston or
Yeah.
Prince or like Michael Jackson. We don't have that in today's world. Yeah, we
Right.
have Britney Spears.
But, like-
of like modern music, I
Yeah.
feel like Miley Cyrus is that person.
Oh,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned like Billie Eilish. What about like Billie Eilish's music do you try to take away from?
Yeah, you know, I just like how she writes about things that are real and not just like sugar-coated bubblegum pop type of stuff. Like it's stuff that I relate to a lot, and like it has an edge to it that not a lot of music has that you hear on the radio. Like obviously like a lot of people are taking influences from her now, but like it's just really cool how she kind of made this new type of pop music, like subgenre kind of.
Yeah. Because it's so much darker from a lot of the stuff that you hear on today's radio.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like her brother Phineas is just
Dude.
top level producer.
He is.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Like, chef's kiss.
Oh, I know.
He's-
Truly, every time I hear something come out of him, I'm just like, why am I not
God,
doing
is that you?
Literally. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's perfect way of putting it.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah.
Period.
So with your own music, what do you tend to write about?
So I kind of like the same type of stuff. I like to write songs that I don't hear other people writing songs about. Like I have a song called Dead Feelings, and it's literally about like anxiety and how I wish I didn't have anxiety. And somehow I like went on this thing called High School Nation tour whenever I was like 19. They're not around anymore because of COVID, and it makes me very upset. I miss them. But anyways, so I went on that and I was like promoting the song and stuff. I maybe had only posted about it 1 or 2 times before that, but now it has like 75,000 Spotify streams, and I'm like, oh, I guess like this is like a thing I need to stick with, is like being more open and relatable in my writing. And I also have a song about like how bad I am at reading social cues, because that's a whole thing, and I'm playing it actually later tonight. So
Oh, sweet.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites I've written, just talking about how like I don't take social cues at all. So very, very like specific subjects, but in a way where like people can interpret the subjects into something that they relate to, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting also hearing like you coming from a place where you've talked a lot about like Miley Cyrus, you know, and then you got Dead Feelings, and she's got like Miley and her dead pets.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my
I
God.
love the influence like right
Dude,
there.
I didn't even connect that till now.
Oh
Wow,
man, that was like first thing to pop into mind. Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Bless. That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then the social cues, I feel like that's such a relevant thing in today's world.
Oh, for
because
sure.
I think like so many of us focus on like we have social anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's like not talked about enough.
At all.
Yeah.
Like
no.
it's crazy because the reason I wrote it was like a little over a year ago, probably a year and a half ago at this point, I was diagnosed with being autistic, and I was like, wow, that explains my whole entire life.
Yeah.
And so like there were just like little things here and there that were like adding up, and I was like, okay, maybe this is something I should look into. Long story short, got diagnosed at 21, and I went home that same day and wrote the song, and I was like, okay, I need to put this out. So it's out everywhere now. Social Cues by Emily Cole.
Check it out. So what was that like then, going through like the process? Because I know like I think for women there's a lot of like women who are able to mask it really well, whereas like for men it's I don't want to say obvious when a guy has like any sort of like being on the spectrum in any sort of way, but I think women kind of have, I guess, maybe socially learn how to mask it a little bit more.
Because it's like they have more of the pressure from society of like fitting in. Oh, you have to like act a certain way to like be attractive or whatever, or like be viewed as like normal. And I feel like because of the whole masking situation, like for instance, I had people after I started talking about it be like, I would have never known. Like, are you sure you're on the spectrum? I'm like, guys, yes, I just mask all the time. Like, I've gotten better at it, and I'm definitely a lot more like open and like myself and like just being me without worrying about the stress from other people and stuff like that. And so it's definitely a game changer, and I feel like the more research that comes out, because I mean, they didn't even think women could have it till like the 90s or something.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's very recent. So I definitely feel like there's a lot more to come out about that topic, but I'm just lucky that I found out when I did, because it has changed my life for the better, for sure.
There you go. And I love that you're like bringing awareness like within yourself to like being able to create music out of it. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing right there. Of course.
It's definitely one of my favorite things to advocate for it nowadays.
Nice,
so.
I love that.
Yeah.
So outside of like music, what else do you like to do? And like, who are you outside of the music?
Okay, I love watching YouTube. Specifically paranormal investigation videos.
Really?
Okay, yes. Hear me out. Sam and Colby, they're on YouTube. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're so cool. I met them like also in 2019 at like a music event of all places. Like Sam, the blonde from Sam and Colby, if you don't know, now you know. His girlfriend does music, and we were part of the same event in Los Angeles, and so they all just like showed up and hung out with everyone. I was like, I watch y'all. Hi. I like acted like I didn't know who they were. I was like, oh, y'all are Sam and Colby, right? And on the inside, I'm like freaking out and dying and crying on the inside, but it's whatever. And then there's this channel called the Overnight Channel that also does similar stuff, and they're really cool. I've hung out with them a couple times, done a couple investigations, and it's really cool. That's my guilty pleasure. It's just spooky stuff.
Okay.
And also video games.
What
huge
video games?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, like Warzone?
Yeah, Call of Duty
Big
Warzone,
fan.
and I literally all through high school, Black Ops 2, all the Black Ops.
The classic Black
Yeah,
Ops. Yeah, one of the best ones, Black Ops 2.
Literally, oh my god.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
It's funny you say that. I've been like addicted lately, like the last like week at least, just to Fortnite.
Oh
and
my
for
god.
some reason that's like my hyper focus lately.
That's hilarious. It's like cartoon Warzone.
No, it literally is. And now without the like building, it's just Warzone at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, see, now you've got to write a song about like Warzone.
Actually, I have a song. Okay, it's not about Warzone, but it's called Warfare.
Wow, we got it coming.
Shameless plug. Sorry. But anyway, so there's that. But that actually would be kind of funny.
There you go. That could be your music video idea.
Dude.
Like, you know, like on TikTok, whenever they have like the Reddit posts and they're reading and they're playing like Fortnite in the background, you could do that. But then it's like your lyric video.
Oh my god, that would be so funny actually.
Yeah, that would be spot on.
Beautiful. I love that. Innovation at its finest.
Well, Emily, tell us where we can find you and where we can follow you.
So my website is emilycoleofficial.com, and I'm actually in the process of like rebranding to a new name.
Ooh,
yeah, my new name is Xoe Miles with an X instead of a Z at the beginning. And yeah, that's just my @ on literally everything. We're still in the process of getting that figured out with like the whole Emily Cole thing and switching everything over. But
what made you want to change your name?
ooh, probably just being diagnosed and figuring out who I am as a person. I was like, I feel like it's just like a rebirth of sorts. So
Amen.
I just,
Amen to
yeah,
that.
I just switched it up, and here we are. But if you go to emilycoleofficial.com, everything takes you there. That's on that. All my info's there, all my shows and music, and yeah.
Amazing.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the
Thanks for
Bradshow.
having me.
Of course.
It was fun.
I'm excited to get to see you play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right. Well, thank you so
Excited.
much.
Thank you.
Of
It was
course.
fun.